Hey guys, Abner Miranda here. Let's take a minute and talk about sight alignment. The legacy way of learning sight alignment for handgun, and actually really even for rifle as well, has always been watching your front sight post. You're always told your rear sight should be blurry, the target should be blurry, and your front sight post should be nice and crisp. The reality of it is that if you're being shot at, the chances of you actually seeing your sights, front or rear, is slim to none. Which is why I do like RMRs on pistols. However, I'll tell you why I don't particularly care for RMRs on pistols in just a minute. Being in a confrontation where your life is in the balance has a tendency to cause you to suck in on the threat. So what happens is you're only able to really watch the bad guy. So, okay. Then if that's the case, then why not choose sights that work well at allowing you to watch just the bad guy? And that's where the RMRs come in. And when I say RMR, I'm just talking about optics on handguns. I am fully aware that I'm entering into extremely treacherous grounds right now. I'm going to tell you my personal experience. I like optics on handguns right up until they don't work as they're supposed to. What I mean by that is, if so much as a drop of water or a speck of debris gets down into the little channel where the actual beam is sent to the holographic screen that you look through, it distorts your image dramatically. That can be, like I said, as simple as just a film of water on that lens down below. You can also have a sudden thermal shift where you go from a very cold air-conditioned environment of your vehicle, you step out of the vehicle, you draw your pistol, you aim, and your window goes whoosh and fogs over because there's so much humidity, like on a day like today, there's so much humidity in the air that it sticks to the lens and you can no longer see through. And then of course you can just have battery failure. And for those of you that think that the RMR 08G is the way to go, I have one. Here's what you need to understand about the RMR 08G. If you are in darkness and you are viewing out into light, you are going to be very hard pressed to actually find that little delta. I'm not knocking on the sight. I have one, I love it. But it has limitations, guys. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. You're going to be so target fixated, the chances of you actually seeing your sights really truly are slim to none. So the best way to do this is going to be to have a very bright front sight that allows you to just sort of chase that blob of a sight onto the threat and hopefully get your shots on target. This flies completely in the face of what we've been told by all of the professionals out there that tell us, you know, you got to do this and you got to do that. But guys, I've been doing this long enough to now finally be able to say that's bull. It's all bull. Every bit of it is bull. Talk to people who've been in gunfights and they'll tell you, I yanked my trigger as fast as I could. I was drowning in my own breath because your CO2 and oxygen mixes are way off when you're that hopped up. Remember, we're not talking about working yourself up with calisthenics and carrying, you know, brigade buckets filled with concrete and doing push-ups to get to a level. You're talking about your da-da-da-da-da-da, you're driving along and all of a sudden, pow, it hits you, and your heart rate will shoot through the roof very quickly. That will jack with your vision and with your ability to really do functions that you would normally be able to do under very sedate circumstances. When you're in a gunfight and spend enough time interviewing people who have been in them, you're going to find these correlations that are very similar to one another, which is why I highly suggest that you read the work of Colonel Grossman. You start to find these similarities that are across the board, across all the generations. You know, so many things kind of go out the window, and the biggest of which is when the threat is that close, all you're doing is reacting. So why not set yourself up for success with sights that allow you to react as efficiently as possible? This is gun up. All I looked at was the threat. I did not see my sights. There was no way I was going to look at my sights at this distance. It is what it is, guys. It's not pretty. It's ugly. Oh well. So that's what I got for you guys today. Think about it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll answer them as best I can. As always, I thank you for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out and practice. Have a good one.